Alright, so I just got done watching episode 4 of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, and first of all, I wanted to say that this episode was really, really good, right? You know, we actually saw Andrew Lincoln's stunning performance in this episode, and also Denai Guerrero's stunning performance in this episode as well, and this episode was a Rick and Michonne focused episode, you know, them talking about the past, them mentioning Carl, which I really, really liked. But in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about the episode itself. I'm going to be talking about the episode 5 promo that we did see at the end of episode 4, so please stay tuned. And now, before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I wanted to make something clear about my videos, because I've been getting a lot of comments that I've been saying words repeatedly, like actually, or do you know, or you know, or like. Right, I've been saying those words repeatedly in almost all of my videos, but I've been getting that comment a lot on my Negan breakdown, my Negan character breakdown that I made on this channel, the 1 hour long breakdown, and I totally understand the feedback and the criticism that I've been getting on that video, right? And the main explanation here is that I don't have a script for any of my videos, right? I'm talking all off the top of my head, and the reason why I don't have a script for my videos is because I've watched The Walking Dead repeatedly so many times, right? I've rewatched this show a lot of times, so basically I've memorized most of the show and just most of the character arcs. So like all of my videos from my very first video up until this video have not been scripted whatsoever, so I don't know myself that I'm saying these words repeatedly until like I'm done the recording, because I get recording done within an hour, so I don't listen to my recording beforehand. So when I actually complete the video, then I see that I've been saying these words repeatedly, and it's very hard to, you know, take those out. So again, I want to apologize about me saying those words repeatedly, because that is the main criticism I'm getting on this channel, and I will try to make it better. I'll try not saying those words over and over and over again, because I know it does get distracting, it does get annoying, and like if I was in your guys' shoes, I would have been feeling the same way. So again, I want to thank you all for the criticism and the feedback you all have been giving. But we do have a goal in mind for 5,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to be part of that journey to 5,000 subscribers, please subscribe to the channel. And also, we do have a goal in mind for this video specifically. If this video gets to 2,000 likes, I'll do something very, very special for this channel. So yeah, if you guys want to see more things of this channel, if you guys want to see more breakdowns, more long character breakdowns, more theories, please like the video and subscribe. Other than that, let's get right into the video. And now this promo did reveal a lot about what's in like episode 5, and also what's going to be showing up in this show. For example, the variant walkers with skin hard as rock, right? And I've made a video about those variant walkers before on my channel. I'll have it up in the card on the top right. So if you guys want to see that video where I break down these specific walkers, I already have a video for that. But today's video, I want to talk about the mysterious figure that showed up at the in the promo, and you know, like there's been a lot of speculation and theories about who this character could be, and I personally think that it's going to be a returning Walking Dead character, and that's only because the way that they highlighted this character and just the mysterious silhouette they have of this character. It is very possible that this could be a returning Walking Dead character, and also Scott Gimple did tease that a character from the Walking Dead main show is going to be showing up in this show, or some other character is going to be returning. And a lot of people were saying that it was Jadis, but Jadis was already in the trailer, so he would have just outright said Jadis, because when he had that interview, Jadis was already revealed for this show. So I personally do think that it is another character, and the first character I want to talk about is Morgan. And I know I've been talking about Morgan so much on this channel, and that's because he just makes so much sense to show up in this show. And I think it's perfect timing for Morgan to show up, because in the end of episode 4, Rick and Michonne do make their way to Alexandria, and you know, they're on their way to Alexandria, and I think they do cross Yellowstone, where they do see the variant walkers. And in Morgan's last episode on Fear the Walking Dead, Morgan did say that he's gonna go look for Rick, right? He has the whole like radio transmission and everything like that, so it makes perfect sense for it to be Morgan. But like, the reason why I'm saying mainly why this is Morgan is because of the cowboy hat, right? The silhouette, it does look like that person is wearing a hat of some sorts. It's way too dark, but you know, my idea here is that this is Morgan. He wore the cowboy hat like how he used to in Fear the Walking Dead, and he is just you know, roaming around and he's looking for Rick. But the way that they did show the silhouetted person, it doesn't look like that this could be a protagonist, right? You know, at the end of the day, this could be any character. This could be a new character, this could be an old character, or this could just be like Rick's vision or Michonne's vision, because, you know, again, they're in a cabin and it's just a very off-putting setting. But I want to believe that this is Morgan, and that's because this is going to be episode 5, and there's only one more episode after this, which is episode 6. And if this show does not have a season 2, which again, it's a 50-50 because of the direction that they're going with for this show, it looks like that Rick and Michonne are making their way to Alexandria. And they did say, right, because I did mention this in my previous video, that Jadis might invade the Commonwealth, and they did say that, you know, they're making their way to Alexandria and they're going to try making it there before Jadis and the CRM. So if that does happen, they could possibly meet Morgan on the way, and they could go back to Alexandria to warn everybody about the CRM. And again, this does tie in with Carol's radio transmission in Daryl Dixon, where she did say that somebody came back. The big fan theory here is that she said that Rick came back. But what if Rick, Michonne, and Morgan came to Alexandria together to warn everybody about the CRM invading? And this right here is where they do bump into Morgan. But the only thing that doesn't make sense here is that Mo is not with him. And again, this is just a silhouette. So, like, again, Mo could be somewhere else if this is Morgan at the end of the day, or Mo could be dropped off at Alexandria or the Commonwealth by Morgan to keep her safe. Who knows? But, you know, I'm leaning more towards Morgan. I'm not sure if it's just my bias speaking, but I really do want to see Morgan in this show. And if there is not a season 2 for this show, they would have to fit Morgan in somewhere, and I think that this episode would be perfect to show Morgan and for them to have that reunion finally. And now the next character I want to talk about is Silas. And for a lot of you who don't know, Silas is one of the kids from World Beyond. He was a consignee, and he did meet with Jadis as well. So there is a link there with World Beyond and this show, and that is Jadis. So, like, as we all know, Jadis did have a talk with Silas while he was a consignee. You know, she would make him take off his boots and stuff like that. I mean, World Beyond is so forgettable that I also forgot the conversation that they had. But the silhouette does look a lot like Silas because, again, it's so dark that you can't really make out what this is. But if this is Silas, it would make sense as well, because if Silas did, you know, go up in the CRM ranks, you know, he could be hunting down Rick and Michonne, and it does look like that this person does have long hair. I'm not too sure what to make of that. But, you know, just in the way that I'm looking at it, it looks like that this person has long hair just like Silas. And also Silas has been thrown around by the community that this silhouette, like who the silhouette could be, people are saying it's Silas. So again, it makes perfect sense for Silas to be in here because, again, World Beyond was a CRM focused show. It was all about the CRM, and they, you know, they mentioned Major General Beale here and there, and they did so much teases, and these characters, like these kids that were in World Beyond, were highlighted so much. It just does not make sense that they're not in this show. You know, World Beyond being good or bad, that's a whole other thing. But, you know, when it comes to the continuity, it does make sense for World Beyond character to be in the show. And I think that Silas is one of the characters that could be in this show because he was really likable in World Beyond. Like he was one of the only good characters in World Beyond. So I think that it would be a very good decision if they have Silas in here. Either he went up the ranks in the CRM due to the help of Jadis, and then he's hunting down Rick and Michonne, or if he escaped the CRM somehow, right? Because he was a consignee. So if he did escape the CRM somehow, he could run into Rick and Michonne, and he could possibly help them get away and, you know, go under the CRM's radar. Who knows? But I think that even Silas is a really good guess for this character. And also, one more thing I forgot to mention about Silas is that at the end of World Beyond, he did become a CRM soldier, right? Just a normal soldier, but he did go up the ranks from a consignee. So it's very possible that, you know, he probably went even more up the ranks, and he's probably some sort of leader of a squad, or he's just so talented as a soldier by this point that they sent him alone to go look for Rick and Michonne. Because again, the CRM, they do have ways to finding stuff out, that if somebody escaped or somebody survived or died. So again, like, I don't think that the CRM are just going to believe that Rick and Michonne blew up in that helicopter in episode 4. So maybe they probably sent Silas to go look for them. And again, this is just a stretch, but it is possible as well. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to mention. And now the next character I want to mention was Heath, and I have talked about Heath in one of my previous videos where I did discuss that someone is going to come back in The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, and Heath was one of those characters, is because in season 6 of The Walking Dead, he did leave the show, and he's basically a forgotten character, and I think that either Scott Gimple or Angela Kang did mention that Jadis traded him off to the CRM, and now that's up for the actor of Heath to decide if he wanted to come back for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. But if he did come back, I think that he might have found a way to escape the CRM, and he's just wandering around and he's living in the woods himself, and he probably runs into Rick and Michonne and helps them out, because again, like, he did work really closely to Rick, even though he was a side character, but he was one of the members of Alexandria, so he is going to remember Rick, and Rick is going to remember Heath. And I think that it would be very cool to have this character in, and that's because, again, like, they would be fulfilling their promise of a mainline Walking Dead character showing up in the show, but also, like, having a forgotten character, which, you know, giving him a bigger part than what he did have in the Walking Dead main show. I think it would make his character way more interesting and just way more intriguing, because, like, as so far as we know, that Rick is the only one that's been trying to escape. Like, Thorne and Rick were the only two characters that were trying to escape the CRM, but they weren't able to. Now Rick and Michonne are the only characters that were actually able to escape so far, if from the CRM, and if Heath is one of those characters that escaped as well, I think that would, like, you know, make his character way better. And again, like how I mentioned before, it would be a good link to The Walking Dead season 6 and just the early days of The Walking Dead. But again, like, you know, this could be a totally new character, and I would advise you all not to get your hopes up for this to be a returning Walking Dead character. But the way that they did tease this character and the way that they did highlight this character does seem like that this character is going to be a really big deal. If it's a brand new character, or if it's just some sort of vision from Rick or Michonne that's just haunting them in the woods, or something like that. But me personally, I'm really hoping for it to be a returning character, especially Morgan, right? I really want this character to be Morgan, because Morgan's story was very open-ended, and I think it'd be perfect for him to show up in this episode specifically, if they don't have any plans for a season 2, or if there's not going to be a season 2 whatsoever, and if they're just going to go straight into the crossover series and have that link with Carol's radio transmission in Daryl Dixon. I think that Morgan would be the perfect character to show up in this episode, and for him to be this silhouetted character. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And we do have a goal in mind for 5,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to be part of that journey to 5,000 subscribers, please like, share, and subscribe. And we do have a goal in mind for this video specifically for 2,000 likes. So if you guys could get this video to 2,000 likes, I would do something very special for this channel. So if you guys want, like, you know, new content for this channel, more theories, more explanations, more character breakdowns, and just me talking about other shows, please like the video and show your support. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching.